how disappointing is that? I mean, we at the stroke of lunch when you start and you think that last over. Let's start with that last over. Last over before lunch, the ball is on 7th, 8th stump, and there is no reason whatsoever to play that ball, and he chases it again. This is irresponsible. Sunil Gavaskar said of Rishabh Pant, stupid, stupid, stupid. Honestly, that was stupid, stupid, stupid of Virat Kohli.
You expect so much out of him. You put so much of your trust and faith into Virat Kohli, and what does he do? I mean, this has happened every single time. It's not like he's getting out for the second time or a third time on this ball. It's been repeatedly the same mistake over and over again, and that is what is so frustrating about it. It was not a brilliant delivery.
Not at all. I mean,
not at all. It was a simple. He should have just left it. Why need to go for that shot? It was so far away from his body.
4 balls to lunch. You are playing a booming drive, going into 8th stump and playing it. And as Gargi said, I just said in our Hindi live that एक repeat हो रहा है ये. और हर बार आप वहीं पे ball डालते हो. You put the ball up there. You're playing on his ego. That is make the same mistake, and he does that. This is what is getting extremely disappointing. Come to Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma had done the hard work. I was delighted. I was like, 16 overs of the new ball played out. You've taken control. Now the ball will lose its shine. The first spells are done of the bowlers. And all of a sudden you throw your wicket. Again, I've got no problems in good balls picking wickets. But Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, once again, you've gifted your wicket, sir.
KL Rahul's was a good delivery.
Even then he could have moved it, but that's how he sort of he was a tad microsecond late in moving the bat away. But I can still give that okay, it was a good ball in the channel. As far as Rohit and Virat are concerned, unacceptable, disappointing shots. You are giving the wicket away, putting pressure back on your middle order, and now the chances of Australia winning, I would say at least 65-70%.
Yeah, I think so too. Because at this point it's so frustrating because you see the Rohit Sharma innings, right? See that in the first 10-11 overs he's got 8 runs. He's played some 22 balls or something. There's a partnership of 22.
He played 40 balls.
Exactly, and 8 runs. He took his first run on the 14th ball. So he was doing his job. He was putting in the hard work. He was grinding it out, and then he gives away his wicket.
Remember you said in the morning to me on the show, what should he do? I said that's what he should bat. He should tell himself, okay, I'll back myself and defend. And that's what he did. And when you know that he's defended well, he was coming inside, he was actually getting behind the line, he was blunting the ball, gaining in confidence. There is no need. You play out 5 overs, go to lunch, and then come and calibrate and take the... I am so gutted, I can't tell you. I mean, so irritated with this.
But have you, kind of sort of figured out a pattern with Virat Kohli? Have you seen that he always loses his wicket close to when the session is ending? Look back on this match, back on the last match. There are a few instances when the same thing has happened. As soon as you're getting closer to a break, loses it.
So lapse of concentration?
Maybe.
Or he's forward thinking too much that maybe, after lunch this is the pattern, because cricket is a 1-ball game, especially if you're a batter. It's a 1-ball game. You've got to close it out. Every ball has your number. But this ball that Virat Kohli played was just a rubbish ball. It's a 7th, 8th stump ball. You call it brain fade, you call it stupid, you call it irresponsible, you call it what you will. But this is not expected from a premier batter. And by the way, that ball did not have his number. It was just a gift to Australia. Take it. I will go for this booming drive. Is it time to call time? It is. I mean, both for 100%. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, it is important that they recalibrate. It is important that they think what they have been doing. Rohit Sharma, maybe Sydney. Sydney should be the last one.
Absolutely.
After that, England series, Jasprit Bumrah and Rishabh Pant. Trisha's also sort of joining us. You want to join us in a bit? So this was so disappointing.
Unnecessary is what I would call it when you have so much responsibility on your shoulders. Rohit Sharma had a very, very big role to play today, especially considering the fact, and this is something I will still put a lot of criticism on, is why was Rohit Sharma in the opening position? Yes, he did his job yesterday, but I don't understand why the decision was made. Where was the good for the team in that decision? I'm failing to understand that.
You are every bit right to ask this question. More of what we have seen now. Had Rohit Sharma been not out at lunch, he had blunted the new ball, this question wouldn't come. And that
Yeah.
is why it is so essential to ask. I mean, why would you give your wicket away? You feel gutted, and I'm saying it time and again. You feel angry
Yeah.
as an Indian fan. You feel frustrated, you disappointed, and you're like, what is going on? Australia was gifted wickets once again, giving them the ascendancy, and now post-lunch, once again Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins will come all guns blazing because they know that they have the match in control.
Exactly.
For no reason, for stupid batting as far as India is concerned.
You know what I will say? One thing you don't give Australia is momentum and peace of mind. You've given Australia both things. You've gifted Australia momentum. You've gifted them peace of mind because now they are in control. Now they'll know that the match is in their hands and they can do whatever they want with it. I think that's the one of the biggest things. As soon as, because Australian players' mentality is such, once they're in control, boss. They don't lose it easy.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case because if you take the Jaiswal innings, I think that is an example. That man missed 50 balls.
Yes.
He could have been out on 30 occasions.
Absolutely.
Edge. He didn't give it away.
No.
He stuck in there exactly like a Manas Shain or an Usman Khwaja or a Steven Smith. And in turn, when we talk about Kohli, there is no reason the new ball has been played off. The real deal has gone. The menace has gone. The movement is not there.
Yeah.
The pitch is not misbehaving. There is nothing in that wicket, and all of a sudden you play that booming drive on 8th stump and you give it away. The difference between a Jaiswal and Rohit and Kohli is that's the problem. That is the problem. I mean, Rohit and Kohli, for whatever reason, did not put a price to their wicket, and they are the two people all of India were
Was
backing
rooting
on.
for.
I mean, they are captain and leader and whatever you want to call it in the dressing room. You can't play on reputation. This was your game to salvage. You could have gone to Sydney way more confident. But look, boss, we will call spade a spade. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli stand in front of the mirror, and the answer is you let your team down.
No, 100%. I agree with you. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, the two players that India was banking on today. Banking, I tell you, banking. The crowd was so invested in Virat Kohli's innings. Do you know that every single ball that he put to his bat, there was a huge shout from the crowd. That's how much India was rooting, or let's say Indian fans were rooting for Virat Kohli to come play. Especially with everything that's happening, you take the context of this match. Everything that's happening outside of the field, everything, the clown and this and that, the headlines, the incident with the Australian media. When you think of all these things, you realize how important an opportunity this was for Virat Kohli. But, they let slip away Rohit Sharma as well. So much flack about his form, this and that. They let the opening position open for him. And he does not take that opportunity. He's not in the right mind. Let's get that straight.
I mean, I thought. I'll be honest. I thought today
He might do something.
Yes, because from what I've seen him, he had blunted the new ball. There was resolve. I could see that he was trying to come behind the ball.
And he was better than Jaiswal.
Of course, he was. I mean, make no mistake, you look better than Jaiswal. But for him to give it away like that is what pisses me off. And when you want, and he's the captain, he's out there at lunch and break, he goes to the change room. The change room will be like, look, despite not being in form, this man has done what he has done.
Yeah.
Now it is on us to go and do the job for him and for the team. But by playing that shot, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, what are they going to say to that change room? That change room will now questions, and once a change room moves away from you, now there is every reason for the players to feel, oh no, the captain isn't doing the part. The leader in Virat Kohli isn't doing the part. And this is a shocking thing for India. Because, look, Gargi, ultimately you look up to people. And you think, okay, someone will.
Exactly.
Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are leaders in this team. And no talk will suffice. Actions. It is not about getting the crowd to rile up and shouting and all of that. It is actions which is out there in the middle. Both of them let the team down.
I 100% agree with you. It's very disappointing. It's very heartbreaking. If you look at it from an Indian fan perspective, it's absolutely heartbreaking that the match has come today. Starting off today, we were thinking of maybe a 10-15% chance of a win, but now that's gone down the drain.
No. Win even in the morning, I told you, was very marginal.
Small.
Yeah, 10%. Maybe if you were one down at lunch, you would have recalibrated and come back
Exactly.
and thought, okay, because the ball has been blunted, and we can now take a chance. But that's
Yes.
gone.
But that's
some
gone now.
questions. Some are asking, what should Rishabh Pant play? Boss, Rishabh Pant should play what is in the need of the team, and that is not to
Responsible.
play a stupid shot.
Be responsible.
Absolutely. I mean, the team needs Rishabh Pant to go out there and bat for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
All that India needs is one partnership that will bat 2 hours.
Yes.
You bat 2 hours, this game is saved. All you need to do is bat that post-lunch session, and then Australia feel, hello, time is running out. And if you see, every single day, the post-lunch, post-tea session, once the ball gets soft, it is relatively
yes.
easy to bat.
Exactly.
So why not? But Rishabh Pant, don't throw it away.
Yeah, I think similar. And
Tell me something.
Yeah.
With a Jaiswal out there, is there a case to send Reddy up?
It could be. Look, when you think about it, Rishabh Pant, I would have sent Rishabh Pant maybe later if the Virat Kohli wicket would not have fallen. But now when you think of the circumstance, the situation of the match, it makes more sense to have Nitish Kumar Reddy, because you know he's capable of holding up partnership, and that's what you need. 2 more hours, like you said, till the tea session. The post-lunch session, you have one good partnership, one solid partnership that the Australian bowlers cannot penetrate through. Yashasvi and NKR, I think, would be a good chance. But then you have to think of the left-right combination. Nitish
Yeah,
and
that's
then
why. That's
Rishabh.
why. I mean, because he is a right-hander with Jaiswal. I mean, that is why I said Gaurav is also there.
Idhar.
How disgustingly ugly was that shot from Virat Kohli? 8 stump ball.
Why again? And every time he gets out, I think Virat Kohli gets himself out,
That's what we have been saying.
right? And nobody gets Virat Kohli out. I think you want to shut shop, you can shut shop and you can be circumspect about your batting, no rash shots. But I mean, both are senior statesmen. What were those two shots, right? I would go and say that, Rohit Sharma, that was probably his best innings. It was probably Rohit's best innings this year in red ball cricket.
Exactly.
And that says a lot, right? And it just breaks your heart, right? So he was looking okay, and again, why are you losing concentration? The same thing happened in the first innings. You're Virat Kohli, for God's sake. I don't know. I was just out of words when I saw that, and it was a last over before lunch, right? Now I think only two results are possible, Gargi.
Yeah, a draw or a loss. That's all. But Gaurav, I was asking this to Boria as well. When you look back on this series, you look at Virat closely, and you realize that last 10-15 minutes of a session is where he's losing his wickets. You think about that Yashasvi Jaiswal run out. Think about the last test as well, where he did a similar shot. And you think about today as well. Is there a pattern there? Is Virat Kohli losing concentration? Is he getting too far-sighted? What's going on?
Virat Kohli needs to stop thinking like Virat Kohli. I think, that gets to him. It's just ego in the back pocket. Yes, you have got probably, out of those 9,300 runs, probably 5,000 of them have come out of cover drives,
Yeah.
right? Flowing cover
Exactly.
drives. If it was 10 years or 6 or 7 years back, even it was definitely not a half volley, but it looked like a sucker ball that, Stark bowled out. And he's got out to Stark a few times like that in the past. But yeah, just keep that ego in the back pocket. You have to understand what was there on the line. And then again, your senior statesmen play like that. What will you come back and tell in the dressing room? What will Rohit Sharma come back and say? Yesterday he said, Jaddu gully cricket khel raha hai kya? What did he play? That was a gully cricket shirt, right? To Pat Cummins, still 15 overs been bowled. You've done the hard work. You've seen of the first hour, and then you try to play cross against a ball that's moving. So yeah, it's a bit it's hurting, right? But let's hope that that hurt does not amplify over the next 3 to 4 hours.
I mean, when you look at it, Rohit Sharma had done the job. Okay, maybe, yes, he did not score a lot of runs, but he made got the ball to be to blunt. And that's and if you look at the innings as well, he looked better than Yashasvi Jaiswal. Yashasvi Jaiswal was edging it, missing. He looked a bit shaky. Right now, he's fine. But when you look at that Rohit Yashasvi partnership, they had done the job. There was no need for Rohit Sharma to go for that shot. Plus, KL Rahul, okay, that was a good delivery. He was a slight late in his shot, but now Virat Kohli, I think, somehow finds himself on that, on that division in the road where it's so important, and it's Virat Kohli who ends up making the mistake. But like you said, what do the two players do now? It's do they today?
Probably not. I think Virat Kohli can, like, given you have 80 international hundreds, you'll still go on to play the 5 Test matches in England, and that's probably uh, how he performs. There's again, I mean, they will live on the laurels of also white ball cricket. This Champions Trophy coming up. There's an IPL coming up. I think selections would be based on form as well. And again, please, there's still one more Test match to go. He still has 2 more innings. I'm sure Rohit and Virat will still have 2 more innings. But today it was just those shots. You did not need to play those shots at all. KL Rahul, I can understand, and how good was that? It's a piece of work, right? Pat Cummins, those 3 balls just before that. Top of off stump, top of middle stump. You had to play at it, and then he pushes the length bit back in the corridor of uncertainty. Usually, a KL Rahul would leave that plate on, of length, but he fought it, and just that exactly it took that edge. That was beautiful. I mean, you have to take your hat off when you see something like that. Pat Cummins. I mean, they bowled their heart out. They bowled their heart out in the first 15 to 20 overs. But again, I don't see, unless and until some other rash shots being played, do you see any difference in terms of what we're thinking about our prediction yesterday from our draw?
No, I think a draw is more likely. Right now, I think one thing you can do is send Nitish Kumar Reddy up the order ahead of Rishabh Pant. I think that's one thing that can be done right now, because you need that one solid partnership after this. You need to bat through the post-lunch session. But yeah, it's going to be difficult at this. I hope Rishabh Pant bats responsibly. What do you think? What should be Rishabh Pant's approach?
Well, Rishabh is going to bat. We just saw him coming out, and then I was just right there near the MCC members arena over there, and I was with a friend, and we saw Rishabh coming up, and then they signaled him back to go back. So because lunch was declared. Again, going back, if you remember, I think was it the Sydney Test, or I can't remember. It was the Brisbane Test. Rishabh was 5 of 36 balls, maybe showing a bit of caution. Should be the way it should be. And again, Gargi, we spoke about it yesterday. I think there's 50 overs left in the game. 50 to 55 overs left in the game.
Any issue there?
No, there was a wind, so I was just adjusting it.
Okay.
The tripod became the 4-pod, and the 4-pod was like moving a bit. Yeah.
Imagine Gargi holding that. This is like
And that's all moving.
Titanic.
Yeah. Now that I think we were both discussing that this was Rohit Sharma's best innings in red ball cricket this year.
Could
That
be,
says a lot.
But that's the problem, Gaurav, that when you've done that job, you did not let KL open. KL is the one to do this job. You have done the job. You've protected the team. Then why? My problem is Australia are not taking wickets. India are gifting wickets. None of the 3 balls were wicket-taking deliveries. Rohit Sharma from there, bat turns, ball goes there, gifted wicket. All of a sudden, Virat Kohli is the worst. Virat Kohli was the worst shot of the 3. KL Rahul, if you see Marnus Labuschagne, time and again, last moment, he's moving his bat away. He's moving his bat. He looks ugly when he's doing that. But he's Steven Smith, this. KL Rahul, and he does this. He moves it, all of a sudden he gets... By the way, the ball was not on the stumps. The ball was missing the stumps. It was on 4th or 5th stump. All you need to do is leave that ball. This is my problem. But let's focus on the next session, 10 more minutes. Do you reckon India can save this, both of you? Gargi, you go first.
Yes, I think so. Like we've been discussing, one solid, I think I wouldn't even say one, 2 solid partnerships, and I think India can take the draw. My money is on Rishabh Pant, and Yashasvi Jaiswal is there, so I have a little bit of faith that he's going to grind it out and not play any rash shots. Hopefully, Rishabh Pant.
And he's in. Once he's in, he can count. He can make it big.
Absolutely. That's why I'm saying that I'm betting my money on Yashasvi Jaiswal, because we've seen once he gets to that 80-90 mark, you get past a few runs and he's settled in. Then he gets it big.
I think India should save it. I mean, if they can't save this Test match after 30 overs of the new ball being bowled, you're probably looking at 50 overs, 30 overs of Cummins and bowler and Stark. Stark's already done 9 overs, been touching his back. You have 30 overs. Those 30 overs of those 3 pacers, you hold it off and you have to get to a point. You have to remember that the ball is going to get older. Yes, it's not seen a lot of grass because we are not hitting the shots. But those 30 overs, I think 30 to 35 overs of Boland and Stark, right? I think we can save this test match.
Was simple. The ball after 10 more overs will do nothing, whether it is Cummins, whether it is Stark, whether it's God. On this wicket, and you've not seen up and down also. You have not seen exaggerated movement except the new ball which Stark will do on any surface. You ask him to bowl in Dubai, he'll do that. But there has been nothing extraordinary. And when you look at it, you've lost one batter in form. Because Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have not been India's batters in form, sadly. So a Rishabh Pant, a Washington Sundar, a Nitish Reddy, a Ravindra Jadeja, a Yashasvi Jaiswal, they should be able to save this game. As Gargi very rightly said, 2 partnerships. You get 2 partnerships of 20-20 overs, Australia will also know this is beyond them. This post-lunch session, if you don't lose a wicket in the first hour of the post-lunch session. Now here's what the question is. What is the approach? Do you grind down? Rishabh Pant and Yashasvi Jaiswal are people who play their shots. Yashasvi Jaiswal has been very cautious, but against the new ball I understand. But what is the approach now? Do you play your shots? Do you play conventional cricket? If there is a ball to hit, you hit, or do you shut shop? Because if you shut shop, that's not your game. You might just give a wicket.
No, I wouldn't say you shop. At this point, I think Yashasvi Jaiswal is batting perfectly. If he continues to do that, if Rishabh Pant comes in, sees the field and doesn't play any of those audacious lap shots, I think we're fine. I think they can do it, but it's going to be about playing sensible cricket. And at this point, you don't want them to give away wickets. That's all.
Same question, approach?
Absolutely. Let them come and bowl to you. Let them come and bowl on the middle stump, leg stump, right? Leave those balls outside off stump, corridor of uncertainty, play off the length, leave off the length. The bounce is still there. There's nothing uneven bounce also, right? You haven't seen any uneven bounce. So you leave off the length as well. Don't give your wicket. Let them come and bowl to you, Then that's it. Like Bodhila, you correctly mentioned, we have seen this throughout this game. 40 overs, the ball plays differently. Even in Brisbane, we saw that, right? And the captain came and said the ball was like a piece of soap where, you saw an Akashdeep hitting him. So, yeah, just hang in there. Hang in for the next 15 overs, the next 1 hour. And then please don't do anything stupid. Yeah.
But hope, will you, Jano, stop blabbering? Hope is something, the word you can't associate with India top barring Rahul. What about Jaiswal? He's got 160 and an 82 in this series. Which game are you watching, my friend?
Consumed 80 balls already.
Here, after we have more left-handed, it's not easy to negotiate. Nathan Lyon doesn't have any cricket knowledge. Fair enough, no problem. Kohli retire. Hum log, whatever. Any sensible question? Look a thing from the past. Do you see selectors need to inject new blood? We've seen in 21 Sydney.
Wait a second.
Inject new blood.
Inject new blood, they are injecting it. Nitish Kumar Reddy, Washington Sundar, you've got a Tanuj Kotian on the sideline. So there are dearth of talent when it comes to Akashdeep as well. There's no dearth of talent when it comes to the Indian bench. I think they are doing it. It's a transition, like Bumrah also said. It's a transitional team. You will see some hard times, and that's what it takes. Look, that's what it takes.
A lot of people are asking that same question. Will Rishabh Pant play all his shots, audacious, crazy shots? No, I mean, you play cricket in the interest of the team. This is not a single individual man sport or an individual sport that you go and play, based on your own whims and fancies. Absolutely not. Last few questions. 5 minutes left. If you were the dress, Gautam Gambhir, Abhishek Nair, what's the talk? If there is any talk.
The talk is to be responsible. The talk is to not play any stupid shots like Sunil Gavaskar, not do anything stupid. Grind it out. Remember that you're doing it for the team. I think that's important. Remember that you're doing it for the team and be very, very clear about those calls.
Gaurav, any interesting batting order change you are looking at? Suppose Washington Sundar promoted ahead because of the way he kind of bats and grinds it out and defensive play. Nitish Reddy ahead of someone because of the left-right. Anything you see that, or you see no India following the batting order?
I think they'll follow the current batting order. Maybe the left-right situation if they want to play it that way. But we know that Jadeja can also grind, right? He puts a price on his wicket as well.
And he has done that this series.
Yeah, we saw Rishabh Pant coming out of the tunnel, so definitely it's Rish coming out, right? Unless they decide, because he has not stepped into the ground, that somebody else, it's his lunch and somebody else comes out. But I don't see that. I don't see that. I mean, Borid, I was telling Gargi, you remember, I think it was Sydney. He was 5 of his first 40 balls, right? And then he went off. So
and by the way, Pant can bat, long and conventional. It's not as if Pant is one of those people who will come and start hitting from ball 1. No, and I've seen Pant do that as well. He's the truth is Rishabh Pant has not delivered this series, but he is one of India's better red ball batters.
Borid, I have a question. You think Lion will come into play?
Yeah, has to. But it's not doing much for Lion.
Exactly.
It is not doing much for Lion. He will use the footmarks. And by the way, it is not as if left-hand batters and you throw the ball to an offie means, standing wickets. That's not the case. So anyone who thinks left-handed batters, then any team would just put off-spinners on when left-handed batters were there. That's not how it happens.
Because we have 3 of them coming up, right?
Correct. But having said that, Yashasvi Jaiswal plays spin well. So you mean to say a leggy or a left-arm spinner against a right-handed batter will come and run through? Come on, then you don't play spin well. Yesterday, Ravindra Jadeja was bowling to Nathan Lyon and Scott Boland. Nothing happened. Nothing happened whatsoever. So this is not a wicket which is doing much. If India gives it away, different matter. All you now need to do is 5-over spells. Tell yourself, half hour. Break it down. We will play this spell off. The moment you do that, Dravid and Lakshman Calcutta, they had told themselves, the follow-on is 1,000,000 miles away. We will play every 5 overs and then calibrate. We will play 5 overs and then push. Then we will see where the match is going. Do that. Just play conventional, sensible cricket. There is still a game to be saved. Final thoughts.
I think, if you're in the dressing room, just talk about what went right for us in the first session. Just do that. Right? What went right for us in the first session?
That was literally a plea. I mean,
it is like, when I saw that last wicket, it was heartbreaking.
Please. No, I understand where this is coming from. And I would like to say the same thing. It's about
what is this saying and what is this saying?
Wow. Both are saying draw at this point.
Both are?
Yeah.
Brave girl.
Both are saying draw.
I wish Gargi is right. If Gargi is right, yesterday I said ice cream to someone else. I don't know what she has. Champagne, ice cream. Whatever she wants. Taking her to the Skydeck 88th floor for a meal. Everything is on me if India is saving this game.
Let's do this. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Close the show. Folks, pray for India. Pray for India for one good session. This game still can be saved. We will be back. We will be back at tea. Today we will do the live at tea. We will see where the match is. The match might just be at a situation where, who knows? Fingers crossed, we will be back in exactly 2 hours at tea. Till then, thanks for watching.
Pant is
What?
Pant is out batting. No.